London, 1978. Rain falls, not heavy, just a whisper, a gray mist curling through the streets like memory, coats pulled tight, umbrellas open, strangers brushing past strangers. One of them carries an umbrella that looks like all the rest, except this one was built to kill. September 7th, 1978. Waterloo Bridge. A Bulgarian writer named Georgi Markov walks to work at the BBC. Same route, same bus stop, same gray morning. Then, a sting. A pinch against the back of his leg. Small, almost nothing. He turns. A man behind him is bending down, picking up an umbrella. Their eyes meet, just for a second. Then the stranger walks away. That night, Markov burns with fever. By the third day, he is dead. Doctors are baffled, until they find it, buried deep in his leg. A metal pellet, the size of a grain of sand. Inside it, ricin. No smell, no taste, no cure. The world would call it the Umbrella Assassination. For Georgi Markov, it was something simpler. It was the moment truth met silence. Markov was not a spy, not a soldier. He was a storyteller. Once he wrote plays that praised Bulgaria's communist leaders. Then he began to see the cracks, fear dressed as loyalty, a machine grinding down the human spirit, and he did the one thing dictators fear most. He wrote honestly. He fled west, found not safety, but a microphone. At Radio Free Europe, his essays cut into the heart of the regime, corruption, lies, the absurdity of power. His voice slipped across the Iron Curtain like contraband, and in Sofia, the men he once praised marked him as a traitor. His pen was a weapon. They had one too, theirs fired from the tip of an umbrella. What followed read like a Cold War novel, except every chapter was real. British intelligence traced the pellet to Soviet laboratories. 2 microscopic holes drilled with surgical precision, designed to release the ricin once inside the body. Elegant, scientific, merciless. Behind the engineering, politics. Shadowed corridors where whispers became orders. Bulgaria's secret police wanted Markov silenced. The KGB supplied the expertise. And somewhere, an agent, perhaps already gone, carried out the kill. No one was ever convicted. No one ever confessed. A man had died for speaking the truth. There is something profoundly human about this story. The idea that words can frighten empires. That one man, with nothing but his voice, could provoke a government to build an invisible bullet. And that in the end, all it took to kill him was a touch. The ricin didn't just destroy his body, it tried to erase his defiance. But poison only works on flesh, not on memory, not on ideas. Walk across Waterloo Bridge today. Buses rumble. Footsteps echo. The Thames rolls on. No one would guess that here, on this ordinary pavement, history changed in silence. We imagine assassinations as loud, cinematic, bullets, chases, explosions. This one was quiet, almost polite. A bow, a glance, a step away. That is what makes it terrifying, because control doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers, and sometimes a whisper can end a life. Georgi Markov once wrote that a writer's job is to expose the cracks in the wall. That truth, once spoken, could never be buried, even if it cost him everything. And maybe that is the haunting beauty of this story, that even in death, he won. Because decades later, we are still telling it, still wondering who held the umbrella, still marveling at how far fear will go to silence truth. The ricin stopped his heart. It could not stop the echo of his words. They drift through time like radio static, faint but alive. A reminder that every truth worth telling carries danger. That somewhere, someone will always try to build an umbrella. But someone else, brave, human, stubborn, will always choose to speak anyway, because silence is safe. But truth is immortal.